Reaction continues to pour in today after the Blue Jays and Toronto sports fans lost out on signing baseball phenom Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers in a 10-year, $70 million deal, but not before Jays fans were whipped into a frenzy with reports of a private plane landing at Pearson and a possible welcome feast at a downtown restaurant. Well, for more on where the Jays go from here, we're joined live by TSN Radio's Matt Cause. Good morning, Matt. Great to see you.
Good morning.
Heard you on John Moore this morning, so I know how you were feeling about this whole trade. I think, if there's one thing that the Jays were hoping for was some good PR, especially given how last season played out. What do you think not signing Shohei means for Toronto, and what do you think this team needs to do moving into the next couple months ahead of the next season?
Yeah, we'll start with the easy part on the PR side. That's a disaster for the Blue Jays, considering how they lost in the playoffs. Everyone taking blame or pointing fingers elsewhere when they pulled Jose Barrios in that playoff loss to the Minnesota Twins. And then you have ticket prices going up. So it wasn't exactly very shiny happy right now between the Blue Jays and their fans. Going forward, here's the issue, is that what the Blue Jays need is at least one more power bat. The problem is there isn't many out there in free agency. One of them went to the Yankees, so that helps the American League East foes of the Blue Jays. Now the Yankees get better. Shohei Ohtani goes to the Dodgers. So where do you go from here? The big name is obviously Cody Bellinger from the Chicago Cubs, who had a couple bad seasons, but a very good year offensively last year. Now, if you don't get him, if you go and look at the list of free agent bats, almost all of them are Blue Jays. It's Matt Chapman, it's Kevin Kiermaier, it's Brandon Belt. The point is, this is not a great free agency year. It is for pitchers, if you're looking to help on that side of things, but not as much to improve the offense.
I'm curious what you think about the fact, Matt, that, not only did we lose out on a star player, a generational player, but the fact that, you look at the factors that might have, weighed in this decision, the fact that there's taxes, there's climate, there might not be the allure of being in a star-studded town like LA. And I'm wondering, do you think Toronto has lost its allure to try and, bring people to this city, to this country, and that maybe it's just not as a desirable market for a lot of these players?
It depends how you want to look at it. You could say the fact that they were right there with the Dodgers at the end, maybe that is an improvement, that it became down to Toronto or the Dodgers. The other side is maybe Ohtani's camp used Toronto as leverage to get it up to that $700 million deal. The issue is, it's not that Toronto has lost their allure. It's that Toronto in Canada doesn't really have a lot of allure for free agents. We see this with the Raptors. We see this in baseball all the time. Heck, we're starting to see this in the NHL, where some stars want to leave, like we saw with the Calgary Flames. I don't look at it as much about a tax advantage, because California has a very high, it's one of the highest tax states in all of the United States. I think we have a geography disadvantage. We do in all of our sports here, maybe not as much with hockey, but certainly with baseball and basketball. Then the other side is LA, much closer proximity to Japan. And also, the Dodgers have done a lot more winning over the last 6-7 years when Ohtani was with the Angels, and the Blue Jays have. And finally, the Dodgers have Freddie Freeman, have Mookie Betts. Those guys have won MVPs recently, while Vlad, his numbers have gone down the last couple of years. So the Dodgers certainly a better place in terms of trying to win now.
Would have been nice, though. TSN's radios.
That would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Appreciate your time, man. Always good to chat.
Absolutely.